Okay, we are live, and today obviously we'll talk about the ongoing, the match that will happen today in the women's 100 tournament. But apart from that we will also discuss about two different topics, and those topics are first, Belinda Clark, the former legendary, Australia women cricketer, finally has managed to get the legend status that she should have been got a bit earlier, much earlier, but still we'll discuss about that. Yes, and another big news came today earlier that when Dane van Niekerk has returned from the retirement. Yes, yeah, Nikak has returned from the retirement, and it seems that she will be in the contention to get a place for the upcoming World Cup. We'll discuss about that also. But first of all, Tushadi, today's match it's Oval Invincibles and London Spirit. By the way, Dan has a connection with Oval Invincibles. She used to play for that team, and obviously Madison Cap still plays there. Yes. Yes. So Malaysia can still play there, but obviously what I can see that London Spirit have won the toss and they have opted to bowl first. And if you see the Trishari, if you see the points table, obviously for the defending champion they are in the third spot and looking favorite at least for the eliminator spot. At least they will not end in the group stage. What I am seeing, but for Oval Invincibles, I think this is a must-win game to stay alive in the race in some capacity.
If they win this, will they stay alive? I doubt.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Because 8 points in 7 games, so it's a must-win clash for them.
Yes, must win, of course, but I don't think even if they win, they
Yes.
are anywhere in contention. Is what
Very difficult because the net run rate and all it's very difficult. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
So again, I think
toss
London
is
Spirit will
won
start
by
at
game.
favorites. Okay. I think some net issue. Yes.
What?
Yes. Okay. Your net got stuck.
I don't. Yeah. Now it's
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now it's fine. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Something
Okay.
is wrong with Jio today. Could be because of the month.
Yeah, okay. So that is what we have to keep an eye on the match as what happens. But today's main two topics. We'll first start with the Belinda Clark, thing that she must have been, honored as a legend much earlier. Actually, when India toured of Australia, several our colleagues visited Australia. Trishadi was one of them, and that time Trishadi visited the MCG museum, right? Trishadi, it's MCG museum. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there was a section where the players' name in are there in kind of plates that you can see that okay, and
So
there's
I'll
a difference.
explain. I'll explain.
Exactly.
So basically, in stones, sort of,
Mhm.
the players, I mean, most Australian players, especially who have done well, their names were there. But the legends' name were there in gold, and the rest of the players' name was there in black.
Yes.
I was, honestly speaking, Snehashish, so I was looking at the gold plates and I was thinking I'll find Belinda Clark there and I will pose and take picture with Belinda Clark's name. Because, by the way, in the World Cup that she scored the first 200 in ODIs,
229.
both men and women, the final was played in Eden Gardens.
Yes.
And I was there in attendance. I watched that match. So I have
Ooh.
watched Belinda Clark bat. So, I wanted to take a picture. And I did not see and I was shocked. And I think in
Yes.
the video also I have mentioned that I
Exactly.
have no
Exactly.
idea why is Belinda Clark not a legend.
Exactly. We'll discuss about that, but the video that Trishadi mentioned, we have that video clip for you guys. So Shapnil is there in the back end. Shapnil, please play the video, then we can discuss about that.
Hello and welcome to Red Sports. We are here at the famous MCG Museum. And this is the Sports Hall of Fame for Australians. The difference between the black and the golden plaques is because golden plaque is for the legends and black is for sports persons who are great but not legends of the game. Well, we keep talking about how women cricketers don't get their due in our country, which is such a true statement. now look at this statement. If Omni in the camera can show this pluck here. I don't know how many of you know her, Belinda Clark. When she performed with the, in the Australian team, there was no coverage in the media. Women's cricket wasn't a prominent sport. And is that the reason that she's not a legend? Because first ever international 200 in ODIs. She has led Australia to many accolades. But maybe not enough to be a legend because she's a woman. It's sad to see that even in countries like Australia where people go, in fact, Australian women's cricket awareness had begun way before the awareness about women's cricket had begun in India. But this hurt big time, It honestly hurts big time to see that Belinda Clark is not a legend, has probably not been given her due. I hope MCG changes this. I hope they realize that they're wrong. Till then, I hope all women cricket fans watching this video can share this and maybe we reach Cricket Australia.
And I think it has finally reached. I think
Yes.
it has finally reached to Cricket Australia, and then today we got the news. Tusha, the thoughts?
I said, I mean, I had no idea when I was there in Australia, and I told you, I looked at Agni, and the first thing I told Agni was, I cannot believe that her name is not in Golden Pluck. And if it is not in Golden, I am missing something about cricket, or Cricket Australia is missing something about cricket. And I've recently been to England, Snehashish. Had Belinda Clark been an English batter, or English player precisely, by now she would have been a legend. But ठीक है, I mean, never. What is that? Better late than never.
Yes.
I think it's actually 8 months from when I had said this. That I hope that Cricket Australia realizes the legend that she is. Uh, I don't know about a lot of batters being mentioned, but the first name that we heard as kids, apart from, of course, Mithali Jhulan, because they were from our own country, they are from our country, they have not changed the country. Outside India, it is always the front runners have been Belinda Clark, Debbie Hockley.
Yes.
So not seeing Belinda Clark or not giving her the legendary status for such a long time was unfair. More like,
Yes.
the awareness. It's poor awareness that you have not given her the legendary status. But again, kudos to Cricket Australia that they have now actually given her the tribute.
Exactly. The deserving legendary status.
Absolutely.
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 Yes. Okay. So that is it. I think it is quite beautiful. I think I can feel what Tushar is feeling right now because she
I'm
pointed out
absolutely
that, and
ecstatic. I mean, you know, when I had seen her batting, I think I have seen her batting in that one final match, and I have got reports of her batting. Of course, that too was not this detailed text commentary or anything. In women's cricket, it was mostly done. If some woman cricketer is there, you are calling and getting information.
Mhm.
Um, but that one match that I had seen, because of course we knew about Belinda Clark, she had scored the 200. I was specifically there because I wanted to see Belinda Clark bat, and it was brilliant. If I'm not wrong, in that match, I think Debbie Hockley also played. So I have seen legends of the game, and I can proudly say that. When I saw the news of Belinda Clark being given that legendary status, my first reaction was finally. It feels so good.
yes,
Today,
relief.
I think my day has become 10 times better because of this. It's an extremely emotional moment, and I know a lot of people think that what is so emotional in this. The thing is, when you have been associated with women's cricket enough, you would know that everything has been such a struggle, everything has been such a fight, and it still is. It still
Mhm.
is. So I was delighted when Navi Mumbai was, for example,
Yes.
chosen as the venue. Because more than India winning or losing the World Cup, I was wondering, home World Cup, we will not have enough people. Navi Mumbai is somewhere where Indian women's team has played. And
Yes.
there is something that you cannot keep complaining the board about it. It's not like the board is making a mistake. The board is trying really hard. But some things are not working out. But then again, you think of Twitter, and honestly, Snehashish, Twitter doesn't bother me when it's my writings or my video and somebody is trolling me. It matters to me when somebody is trolling the women's game. People do not know, even now, if you talk about who scored the first international 200, 99 out of 100 people will say it's Sachin Tendulkar.
Okay. Yes.
I am a Sachin Tendulkar fan, and I, I mean, even Sachin Tendulkar knows how big of a fan I am of his. But the truth is, he's not the first one to score it.
Hmm.
It was Belinda Clark, and if that doesn't make her a legend, the fact that she had kept captained
It is.
Australia, the fact she has won so many games for Australia, the World Cup for Australia. I mean, if she's not a legend, then who is?
Actually,
Because by
and
the way, in Sydney cricket ground, that also is there. I think there is a statue of Steve Waugh, and
hmm,
right opposite that, there is a statue of Belinda Clark. And
okay.
again, I told Agni, see, this is my problem. Sydney Cricket Association has actually done the correct thing.
Hmm.
Steve Waugh, absolute legend. Belinda Clark, absolute legend. They're all there, you know. But what's wrong with Melbourne? What's wrong with Cricket Australia as a whole that her name is not golden? And Ogni was like, I understand you are irritated. Ogni, finally, I'm not irritated anymore.
Yes, absolutely, and especially it is being Melbourne. Melbourne is the center hub of cricket for Australia.
Yes,
So
yes,
so because if you see all the ICC events when happened in Australia, the final always MCG always gets the final because of the obviously the big grounds and all, and obviously the
yes.
history, the culture that
Think of
the
this,
ground.
Nehashish. Melbourne had the highest number of people watching the World
Yes,
Cup, the Women's World Cup.
2020. Mm,
They must have visited the museum as well, because the museums in
exactly.
England, in
Yes,
Australia, they are open for
yes,
the
yes.
crowd to
Mm,
visit.
mm,
And if you saw the video, you would have seen that I'm wearing a wristband.
mm, mm,
That is
mm.
all they give for a museum visit. The moment you say museum visit, they'll give you the wristband and you'll go around the museum. Highest number of people watching the Women's World Cup, and they don't see a legend's name there. It's there, but see, if you're not someone who knows women's cricket, you wouldn't know to look out for Belinda Clark. I
Exactly.
was searching for
Mm,
Belinda Clark.
mm.
But if it's there in, golden,
Golden.
you know
Mm,
she's a legend. You will try and search for it. Your awareness will increase. I think it's a
exactly.
huge step towards more awareness towards women's cricket.
Exactly. And for the new generation, I think it is very difficult for them to know. But as you mentioned that now,
Exactly.
as it is will be in the golden plaque, now at least they will be more curious. Okay, let me get a knowledge of her. Who is she?
Absolutely.
Who what she has done for Cricket Australia. So I think absolutely, all as
And I hope
specially
India,
mentioned,
I hope India also follows this rank and gets something for our legends as well.
yes, absolutely. It's a very good. It will be a very
So
good
that
initiative if
20
BCCI
years
managed to
down
do
the
that.
line, people don't ask who is Mithali and Julian. They know who are Mithali and Julian.
Yes, they should know about them. Doesn't matter they for that they need to follow women's cricket regularly. But apart from that
Absolutely.
only, yes. But at least you have to know about both of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But moving on. Our next topic is obviously Dan van Niekerk has opted out of her retirement and she's back. And interestingly, from today onwards in Durban, a 20-member camp has been started, as a preparation for the upcoming Cricket's World Cup, Women's Cricket World Cup. And the head coach of South Africa has invited her to join, and she has already joined the camp. So I think it is a clear hint that she is in contention for the World Cup, and being a leg spinning all rounder, I think it makes all the sense to Shadi that she is coming to India.
Leg spinning all rounder
Yes,
who has a brilliant
cap.
cricketing
Yes,
brain. Yes, she
exactly.
was a brilliant captain, and
Former
especially
captain.
she had yeah, and her cricketing brain. I think I'll tell you what, Marizanne Cap is an absolute legend, right? But
Yes.
she's a very thorough kind of a player, not a street smart player. She's typically
He
the
follows
first
a
bench.
dedicated process. This is the
Yes, I
process
mean,
I will follow that.
she will read every book possible on a
Mm.
subject and come and give the exam, get
Yes,
99 out of 100 or 100 out of
that.
100, and go, and she will do it in every single exam.
Mm.
Dane is not that. She will read half the chapter. She probably doesn't even know the full syllabus, but she'll get 100 and go out. That's why you need a Dane van Niekerk. And I was shocked when she was asked to sit out because of fitness.
Mm.
Look, fitness is very important, especially in the modern day game. It's extremely important. But
Yes.
is fitness everything? Over and over again, I have asked this question. Is
Mm.
fitness way bigger than skill, and how much of it? If you're 30% fit, I don't want you in the team. If you're, and this is something that Snehashish, you and I were discussing today afternoon.
Mm.
If you're 70% fit, I want Dane van Niekerk in the team, especially who are the spinning options of South Africa, like you and I
Yes,
were discussing. This is a
absolutely.
panic call taken by South Africa, just by the way, I'm telling you.
Mm.
And because South Africa batting is shaping up really well. Pace bowling is fair enough because you have a Marizane cap.
Decent.
Um,
Decent.
it's decent.
Class
It's
is
it's
there.
not outstanding. It's decent.
Yes,
But you only have Malaba, and
exactly.
Malaba in Indian conditions, she's gonna get hit.
No chance. Malabar and all the available options apart from Malabar is very inexperienced, and you cannot
Absolutely
depend upon them because some of them will be playing their second or third match of the career, so
correct.
it will be very difficult. So I think absolutely correct. I think it's a panic call, but you never know. I think it might come as good as for them because experienced player. I think for Laura
Exactly.
Ulbert will be a X factor,
I think
and
she's
for
going to be a factor.
yes, and
Absolutely.
where can she bat, Tushadi? In the lower
She can
order?
bat anywhere. She
She
can
can
bat
bat in.
anywhere. She has
Mhm.
opened the batting for Sydney Sixers.
Open the batting, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That is why I asked because I saw
Because
that
it's
she used
one
to open the
day.
batting. Mm.
Because it's one day. I think I see her below Dickerson.
Yes, in the lower order.
Dickerson or
Yes.
below Nadine Clark. Depends who's coming.
Mm.
I mean, let's say she will be coming at 7-8. And at 7-8, she's a very, very handy batter. Most
Yes.
importantly, you know what? Say 25 runs are left. And you need someone to stay there, calm the whole system down, and get the chase done. Maybe Cap is there at that end, or Dickerson is there at that end, who's a much better batter than Marizane Cap. Sorry, Dane van Niekerk. It's fine. Just
Yes. They are
confusing
the
them
life
is for
partner,
me.
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind if we confuse them. But no,
Again.
to be honest, you know what? If there is a better batter than Dane, even if that batter is Laura Woolworth, having Dane on the crease would mean that she will handle that with way more calmness, maturity, because she has a very good head on her shoulders. That's going to be an advantage. And I think I told you the moment I saw that comeback, I'm coming back from
Yes.
retirement. My first thing was, oh, she's going to play. And when I said this, I was like, wow, how did that come out? I was coming back, I was in the car, and I just saw it and was like, oh, playing 11. So then I'm like, Malaba is not playing then.
Yes, absolutely. But Tushati, I think credit to the coach also. I think he had thought about that. Okay, we have to go back to her. We have to talk with her because it's very difficult. Since 2023, she is not playing for South Africa. She is playing,
Yes,
all
but you
these
also have to
franchise.
think, Nehashi, the circumstances under which she went up.
Yes.
I don't think there are two retirements in women's cricket. Retirements are never something good, and somebody like me, I don't like people retiring, especially my favorite players. I mean, baki to retire kare kya hi fark padta hai, but not my favorite players. So there are two retirements which are like mysteries. Agatha Christie could have written books on that. One is Meg Lanning retiring, and the other one is Dane van Niekerk retiring. So I think yes, it must have been tough for Cricket South Africa. Uh, Somewhere it was a problem between Cricket South Africa and Dane. That is also clear.
Yes.
the way Dane has written in the letter that I
Yeah,
apologized
she
to
has
you.
apologized. Mhm.
Yes. I think there was some sort of frustration then from Dane's end. Probably she wasn't treated well. And at least one thing common in all cricket boards, Snehashish, legends are not treated properly. They are like, transition handle nahi kar pate. So I think she was not treated fairly.
Mhm.
Um, s- Not the head coach, because this head coach wasn't that head coach, right? So
Point
it isn't difficult for him. It's a clean slate. But for cricket South Africa, it must have been tough,
conveyed to
especially
him.
when you,
Mhm.
when you talk to a player, even though
Mhm.
she has apologized and all that. But the truth is, it must have been tough for them. That shows how much cricket South Africa, cricket Australia, of course, dies to win World Cups, even though they win it every year. But still, I think that shows the desperation that cricket South Africa has. And the other thing that it shows is a very, very nice professional move. You know, that should be the case. Something that I think is one of the base reasons that Australia wins so many trophies. It is this professionalism that cricket, with all the emotions around it, the passion, everything, it is just a sport. It is work for cricketers. So when you need them, you call them. It does not have to be a ego tussle all the time. So I think brilliant from the other end also, because yes, I'm sure Dane wanted to play. All players want to play. She retired at a stage where um, she had enough cricket left in her. I do think she's going to play the next T20I World Cup as well.
Mm.
But for her also to forget that and come back, I think brilliant from both the sides.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going through an article where it was mentioned that Cricket South Africa has some fitness test where you have to run a specific distance for around, I think, 2 minute 30 tests for under two
Yes,
minutes 30 seconds, and
yes,
and that time during 2023. Nienak did, I think, 2 minute 48 seconds, around 2 minute 48 or 49 seconds. So for that 18-19 seconds, I think she failed that test, and that is why she didn't get
it was
considered.
18 seconds. I'll tell you why I
18.
remember this
Mm.
clearly, because if I'm not wrong, I think Dane's jersey number is also 18. So I
I
think
think yes. I
yeah.
think yeah.
And
Mm.
that is why I remember this, because somebody had tweeted. You will find all these gems in Twitter, that
18,
because
18, 18.
yeah, 18 नहीं तो डाने का ले लिया, ऐसा कुछ तो लिखा हुआ था. So that is why I remember her jersey number was 18, and she missed by 18 seconds. See, this is what I'm telling you, Snehashish. If it was 18 minutes, then there's no question. It's 18 seconds. I mean, I get it that she has failed a fitness test. But the question is, can you not give her that some amount of time, because she is probably more skillful?
Mhm. Mhm.
Like for example, you are not going to give all the players the amount of chances you would give to a Shafali Verma, and with
Point.
good cause.
Yes.
She did not convert it. But say a Phoebe Litchfield, you will back Litchfield up, though she's not consistent. Alice Capsey, same thing. Because of the skill, thoda sa zyada backing. So you're telling me 18 seconds you couldn't have accommodated,
Yes.
or you
But
could have said take the test again.
yes, I think that could have been the best process, because what I think, Tushari, I think you will also agree that if you give that extra rope to a certain player, I know she is a legend of the game, she has done enough, she is was a former captain, I can understand. But then the current players, some players might think why this thing is happening, because ultimately we are passing that test, and that is why we're getting the place. So if we are not, passing the test and get not getting selected, then why for her? So I think to avoid those situation, I think as a board cricket South Africa, had to do that. Do you think that?
I don't mind, but also
Mhm.
again, I do think that there is something called gut feeling. And no offense meant to anyone, but think of this: when Mahendra Singh Dhoni went to Joginder Sharma,
Yes.
Joginder Singh or Sharma. Sorry, I've got
Joginder
the name
Sharma.
wrong.
Joginder Sharma.
Sharma. When he gave that ball to Joginder Sharma, none of us, I
Yeah.
myself, I was like, what did MSD just do? What did he do? And nothing against Joginder Sharma, but he was not the most likely player to do it.
Mm.
But you follow your guts, and that is where I'm saying the question is: are those 18 seconds more crucial, or her talent is more crucial, or her experience is more crucial, or her skill is more crucial?
Yes. So that is the point, but ultimately she is back. That is the most important point, and she has joined the camp. So, the 20-member camp that has started from today onwards in Durban, and it is mostly expected that by the first week of the next month, I think we'll get to know the final squad of South Africa for the upcoming World
Ye-
Cup.
No, they have a Bangladesh series before that, no?
Yes, they have a Bangladesh series. Yes.
Yeah, when is that?
I have to check the date. I
I,
think, if I'm not wrong, I think the squad will come for both the series and World Cup.
yes,
I think,
exactly. Just
yes.
just uh, just like Bangladesh announced, no?
Yes.
Somehow I can't see the tour. Hmm, Bangladesh, Netherlands. Somehow I can't see the date, but yeah, I think that there's a series before that, and I think both the teams will be obviously
Yeah, we'll try
announced.
their combination for the World Cup. It will be a great
And I'm
taste
quite
for
sure
them.
that Dane will be playing there because you want to see if she can
Exactly.
sustain and she can play
Yes.
50
You
overs.
you don't you will not want her to taste in the warm up matches straight. So you will have when you have that series. I think that will be the best opportunity for her and obviously for the team to taste her. But a huge boost for South Africa, and as we assume that it will bound to happen that she will make a comeback to the squad and she will be the lead spinner for South Africa in the upcoming World Cup. Okay,
So
okay,
this is a
Trishadi,
big,
match
big
has
thing.
started. Date
No, I'm saying this is a big,
boost.
boost for
Yes,
South
big
Africa.
boost. Exactly, exactly. Okay, by the way, the match has started. Over Invincibles batting 14 runs of 8 balls, no dismissals as of now. So let's see, who emerges as victorious.
So
But
what
as
I was checking how
Hmm.
many matches have South Africa got in Colombo. They have got two matches in Colombo, and they have got two matches in Indore, I guess. Yeah, Dane will play a significant enough.
Yes, absolutely. And in some continent, any player, any spinner will be key. And when you have such experienced spinner now in your squad, I think you have to play her, and she will be one of the key player to watch out for. And the best part that we always talk in modern day cricket, she is one kind of a bowler who can bat also. So I think that's the added bonus that you can.
Also, that makes you think a little on the fact that I think the only team which probably doesn't have a leg spinner among the top
Mhm.
teams is India. Why did we not go for Prema Rawat in place of Radha Yadav? And nothing against Radha Yadav,
Yeah.
she's doing her job, but then uh, very difficult to understand, especially because I mean, Prema Rawat performed in the India A tour, so it's not like you did not get to see how she bowled. Or and Prema can bat, Prema can
Yes.
field down the order. So yeah, I hope this does not come back and to bite us.
Bunter.
I don't want to sit and discuss, oh, you know what, this World Cup is about leg
We have been
spinners.
discussing this point
Yes,
before the World Cup started that this should have been happened, but they didn't, and see what happened.
exactly.
We don't want these lines to get repeated during the World Cup. Thankfully, will not.
We don't
Yes.
want the right persons to be proved wrong. Already one part is proved wrong. That who are the right persons? We don't want the right persons entirely to be proved wrong.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, thank you for joining in. Thank you, guys, and
There are no
it's a
comments.
lovely. Okay, one second. Oh yes, here not showing again.
I thought Shopnil is there.
Swapnil, I think
He's
he's
gone.
gone. Yes, I think he's gone. One
Guys,
second.
when we say Swapnil is gone, it just means he has gone to do some other work. Please don't get it in the wrong way.
Yes, he's gone for some other work, I guess.
Yeah, the way you and I are saying "gone, gone, gone," it might seem, you know. Okay, let's quickly take. She had always been a legend. I think Shirish is talking about, of course,
Belinda Clark. Mm.
Belinda Clark. Trishadi, why do you rate Nushin Al Qadir so highly? Just want to know about her. Um, so I rate Nushin Al Qadir highly because number one, I had actually done the level A coaching course with her, and I had seen how she handles kids, how she handles coaching, and also when we had doubts, we would go and ask her. And there's one particular thing which I still remember, Shirish. I think it was our last lunch together or second last, and everybody else, we were sitting in the usual, tables that we sit. Suddenly, it was Nushindi who suggested to get all the tables together, and she was like, you know what, let's eat like a team, and let's just all chat like a team. So I think she was getting all the introverts to talk, because I remember it came to me and she was like, भाई तू तो बोलती है, तू रुक जा, मैं बाकियों से बात करवाती हूँ. So that kind of a thing where she wants to know whether everybody is fine or not. And I think Roma from Punjab, another former player, was her roommate. One day we were chatting, like Roma and I were chatting, and Roma was like, I was like a headless chicken here. And the kind of guidance that Nushindi gave as a roommate, which, she didn't need to be honest, But the other part is, I know for a fact that as a coach, because as a senior, somebody who's approachable, as a coach also, she'll be approachable. That is extremely important when you are handling under 19s, under 15s. And then when I talk about getting her in the Indian team, my logic is, as I keep saying, Indian team doesn't really. I don't think Aman Mazumdar goes and speaks to Smriti or Harman about their grip or their stance. A, they will all have their individual
And
coaches.
management.
B, it is about player management. And Nushindi, for the longest time, has been the Railways coach. And
Yes.
Railways has had, out of 11 people paying, in fact, out of 15 people playing, she has had about good 9 or 10 Indian players. So of
Exactly.
course it is about handling them well. And I have seen that, again, I have watched a lot of domestic matches. I've seen that. I've heard from players how Nushindi has uh, handled these players. Railways, of course, had all sorts of Indian players. I remember, we would be like, how can Railways even play a domestic tournament? Because it's just unfair. If 10
Mm.
of them are playing in the Indian team, they are 10 best in the country, and you're playing them in domestic, they're of course gonna win. So that sort of, and she handled them so beautifully that
Mm.
most people didn't even know that she was the coach. I think that, like any umpire in a match, if you don't know who the coach is, because the team is doing
Exactly.
so well, and if the team is doing so well, everything is correct between the players, between the stars, who have handled them superbly.
Exactly. Exactly. Recently, she was part of this India A women's squad also. She was one of the coaches there also.
She wasn't part of the squad, she was part of the staff.
I mean, yeah, as one of the coaches. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So yeah. So in fact, I think we are wasting her by not picking her as one of the staffs in the Indian women's team. I think she could have done a world of good.
I think she is in the
Um,
process to become that only.
she should. She should.
Mm.
And in fact, I'll tell you. I'll reveal one more thing. I think the other part where you know that she as a coach is brilliant is, I had taken her interview right after she had taken up coaching in Chandigarh.
Yes.
Chhattisgarh or Chandigarh, something of that
I
sort.
think Chhattisgarh. I think Chhattisgarh.
Chhattisgarh, yes.
Mm.
Chhattisgarh. And what was brilliant was, I asked her that, what did you speak to Chhattisgarh girls? What was your first introduction? She said, I just asked them, where do they want to bat? What are their roles? I said, okay. I said, what did you change? Because suddenly Chhattisgarh has become a force. You could not have changed players overnight. So what did
Yeah,
you change?
overnight, right? Yes.
Yeah, she said, I just changed one mentality, Trisha. I said, what? I just told them they can win. I said, every, and I told them, clarify their roles. Not everybody is an opener, not everybody is a new ball bowler. Everybody in a team, everybody has a particular role, and if they can do that role well, they are going to take the team forward. And Chhattisgarh was brilliant under her. They were super successful. I had also asked her something that, you know what, in India there are so many coaches, and men's coaches get more chances of being, being the head coach of the women's team. So, have you ever felt like going to some other country and coaching? She laughed and said, "यार खेला है यहाँ से, coaching भी यहीं से करूँगी ना, देश तो यही है." I said, "Yeah, but what about money?" She said, "नहीं नहीं, ठीक है यार,
चल
जॉब तो
जाएगा,
है, क्या है,
चल
पैसे
जाएगा।
का क्या होना है, बट इंडिया को ही कोचिंग करनी है." So I hope that comes true.
Hmm. Yes.
Legendary Ronaldo 2106 is saying, Trishadi, enjoy a little bit now. EB women leading 1-0 in AFC might also win. Why are you jinxing? Don't say all this might also win, may also win. Just update the score. That's it. शिवराज काले, बहुत बहुत दिनों बाद वीडियो आया. रीजन ये स्नेहाशीष है, मैं नहीं हूँ सर. ये स्नेहाशीष कहाँ गायब हो रहा है आजकल? पूजो आ रहा है ना सर, तो ये गायब हो रहा है. ऐसी शिवराज आस्किंग, ऐसी कौन सी टीम है जो विमेन क्रिकेट इंटरनेशनल में राइज कर रही है? राइज, will you
I
say
think
Scotland, Ashish?
I will say Ireland. आई थिंक
Oh
आयरलैंड का
yes.
रिसेंट जो परफॉर्मेंस रही है बहुत इम्प्रेसिव है. अगर आप देखोगे तो पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ जो परफॉर्मेंस रहा बहुत इम्प्रेसिव है. तो आई थिंक वी कैन से आयरलैंड, क्रिकेट आयरलैंड डूइंग गुड.
Yes, correct, very very correctly put. Will Dane return as captain? Any chances?
Nah.
I don't think so. Woolward is doing well.
Yes.
Sumit Sharma, what are fitness parameters for Indian women's team now? Is it just like men's team, yo-yo test and bronco test? And has it been the same in the past? Yo-yo test has been there. Yo-yo
Yes.
test has been there for a
That
long
that
time
I
now.
know. Yes.
Bronco test, I'm not 100% sure, because bronco test,
I'm not sure about
even the men's team, they have just introduced it. So I think as of now, it's yo-yo test for the women's team. Tunisia, Australia Women ODI World Cup squad will be announced on 5th September. Okay. But it's Teachers' Day, it's not squad announcement day. But anyway, who will win the match? For the last time, because this is their last match. So for the last time, over the Invincibles. Okay, so Tunisia asks, Snehajish, this is for you. If India women wins ODI series against Australia before the World Cup in September, then India will have good chance of winning the World Cup?
even if they don't win the series, I think still they will be one of the favorites to win the World Cup. Because obviously the first reason is because the World Cup is happening in India. So I think you have to always think that India are one of the favorites, because in these conditions, especially in the 50 over format, India are a commendable side. If you see the squad that have been announced, that is a very decent enough side to compete with any other team. So I think it doesn't matter whether they win or not. Obviously, if they manage to defeat Australia just before the World Cup, and that too in India, I think that will be the best boost ever. I think for this team. I think in terms of
Absolutely.
confidence, in terms of if some players perform, if your big player starts to perform consistently, if your young players suddenly perform, I think that will be the biggest boost for you. But what I am seeing, or maybe I can say even Trishadi, I think what is seeing that the performance, quality performance in 3 matches. It's not like you are losing. It's fine if you lose all 3 matches against Australia, but at least lose while fighting. Show that fight. You don't. Please do not lose a match. While you are chasing 270, you got bundled out for 170. That kind of matches will hurt you in your confidence. If you
Correct.
lose a match by 10 runs, 15 runs, okay, at least that will give you some
The fact,
positive going forward. That okay, this batter batted well under pressure while chasing, or
correct.
this partnership went well, or this bowler bowled well. So I think those positive, those run situation, how we play, I think that will be the that will be the outcomes that we'll be looking forward in this series. I am not focusing on the particular result that we have to win because it is happening at home and all, but please show that fight. That fight is needed because that will give ultimate the best confidence going forward for the World Cup.
Brilliantly put. Other CSA, Shirish is saying other CSA players would have blamed CSA for partiality. Dane could have
Yeah.
avoided retirement and rather taken some time to work on her fitness. Yes, correct. I understand what you're talking about partiality, which is what Snehashish also said. But I
Mm.
do think that, okay, here's my point. Do you think no other batter in India thought that the selectors are being partial towards Shafali? But they also know that somewhere that happens because Shafali has a little bit of a
X factor.
talent potential more than probably they
Mm.
have. So they have to work harder. Life is not fair. There are certain things which are unfair. It has happened to you and me, I'm sure, Shirish.
That-
It has happened to Snehashish also. Somebody has something better than
mm.
you. That's why getting more chances or getting less chances, whatever it is, works out that way. So I think that 18 seconds hurt her, but I completely agree with the second point which you said. I thought she acted like a baby. She did not need to
Yeah.
retire. Also, by the way, very interesting. I had actually asked for Dane's interview. I think she has just texted. I don't know what. We'll see what she has
Oh.
texted after the show.
Okay, guys, a surprise might happen for you. Let's see.
It's no more a surprise if I told them whom it's in. DY Patil is the perfect state. Yuko Manikandan. Yeah, Yuko Manikandan. You are Yuko Bank's brand ambassador or something. DY Patil is the perfect stadium to host a World Cup final. It's a home of women's cricket in India. Every matches happen at DY Patil. Crowds come and support huge numbers. I absolutely agree with you. And that is why, when DY Patil happened, Snehashish and I were so happy that we almost completely forgot that our itinerary also changes. Shiri says, "Oh, by the way, Trishadi, how's your mom? All good? My mom was all good, guys. Yeah, there was a few others who texted me, so I was there for mom's annual checkup. Everything is fine with mom. In fact, her reports are also excellent, guys. Thank you so much." Um, Sumit Sharma, as we have many domestic women leagues, also like Delhi and Maharashtra, any X Factor players you've seen like Shafali Verma in these leagues? Um, Sumit, I think early days for the leagues, right, Snehashish? To choose someone, again, I would say that person needs to probably at least have two league winning performances, as in 2 years back to back, is what I mean. And till now, no, I have actually not seen someone where I can say that, oh, this girl is absolutely going to take the whole country by storm. Not as of now.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
But
Because if there is, if there are some names that they are batting fantastically or bowling fantastically, everyone, one of us will, come to know about her on the social media. And if you and you will not, you have not seen that kind of, names or something like that on social media as of now. But I think one name I saw, I'm forgetting the name. I think 2 days back I saw one name. I think one bowler is there. I think she's playing in the DPL, the Delhi Premier League T20 for some team, and she has the left arm bowling action, and she has been doing good. So some fans were discussing about her names on social media. So I have to go through that, and we'll discuss about that after, in later, in a different show. But I think, yes, as Trishati mentioned, there is no such names that they have been performing consistently. Otherwise, when your team games consistently, your names doesn't come that much on social media. So I think, still, I think early days, but hopefully, if this kind of leagues are happening, the main
that's
the
the point.
main aim is that young players are getting chances, and they are grabbing those opportunities, and ultimately that will help Indian women cricket going forward.
Absolutely. Um, Prince of World says, after so many days, happy to see you both. We are happy to,
Yes,
be
happy to
back.
back.
Yeah, yeah, because we love chatting. It almost doesn't even feel like we are live. One day, yeah, somebody had come home and I was doing the show, and my mom very seriously said, she's doing a show, so let's keep quiet. Then Snehashish, you and I were doing our usual banters, and suddenly
Yeah.
when I went after the live, my mom's friend was like, "But you were joking in the live. You were having fun. Like it did not
That
seem
is
like you were
that
having
was
a
the
serious
lie.
conversation." I said, "Yeah, that's the live." Prince of World, Trishadi, are you happy? Your most favorite, most favorite, Dane van Niekerk revoke her retirement. Can we expect her in ODI World Cup squad? My most favorite actually is her partner. Not she. She is a favorite, but not most favorite.
Most favorite. Yes.
Current most favorite is of course Marizane Cap. Um, I am happy because it has come extremely timely. I'm happy because Dane deserved better. To be very honest, yes, I know fitness is a huge factor, and I keep saying this, but 18 seconds and the way that happened, the statement, the retirement, the hurt, it left a bad taste. And there are certain players who don't deserve that. No player deserves it. That's point blank. But
Yes.
also, people like Dane, players like Dane deserve much better. So I think, yeah, I'm so glad. Um, Sports fan H2G. We know issues in South Africa men's team like quota in selection. Does their women's cricket have similar issues since there are so many controversies and retirements in past few years? I don't know. I kind of felt there was, I think, that 2022 World Cup before and after, there was a phase when, and this is completely what I felt, that CSA and the players were not
On the
in
same
sync.
line.
Yes, they were not in sync, for the lack of better words, and that's where you saw, um, who was that who retired, who actually hit the ball against us, and because there were retirements, as he said. Um, I'm
Can't remember.
forgetting the name. But anyway, before the 2022 World Cup, after the 2022 World Cup, there were a lot of retirements. One of the reasons I thought is because probably the coach and CSA and the players were not in sync.
Same page.
So, yeah. And that is why I said, I'm glad that CSA has also reached out to Dane, and Dane has also reacted. They have reached a middle ground, because that's what you want. You want players and the administration to be in the same boat. That's how cricket in that country can grow.
Absolutely. And even they can reach out to Shabnam Ismail also. She is even super fit till now.
Oh yes, Shabnam Ismail also retired at that point, correct?
Yes.
Okay, next
Okay.
question is for you.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second, huh?
Okay.
If Indian team lost 3-0 against ODI series, प्रिंस वर्ल्ड कितने जल्दी में लिखते हो यार, against Australia, against ODI series लिखते हैं. Will it cost the Indian team confidence heading to the World Cup? Do you think so?
Yes. Yes. Obviously, I think she see. I think 3-0 whitewash will be a hard to take for the team and obviously for us also. But as I mentioned earlier, that I am still there's a chance that okay India might lose the series 3-0. That can happen. That is not like okay it will be for the first time it will happen that Australia will defeat India 3-0 in India. That has happened earlier also. That is nothing new. But what I'm saying that show that fight. Don't lose a one-sided match. Like don't
That's the
okay
point.
yeah after okay you might
I
bowl
don't
fast
think
you might be conceding
India
300 runs.
loses.
That can happen.
Correct,
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
If
That can
India
happen.
lose 3-0, I don't think
Yes.
that's a problem. But how do they lose
How they're
3-0? That's
losing.
the bigger
Yes.
problem.
Yes, so that is it. If somehow India managed to show that fight, at least Australia will might think going forward to the World Cup. Okay, this team looks ready. This team looks
Yeah,
ready for the home World Cup, and it will be
yeah,
difficult. See, winning a bilateral series and playing in a World Cup in a home World Cup is a complete different things in
correct.
terms of having the fans behind you. So I think if fans show that okay, this team has that hunger, this team can fight, and we will be there to support them. I think then that will be the extra boost for them in the World Cup, and that can help the team. I think that is why, for their betterment, I think going forward to the World Cup, I think the fight they need to show that, and I am hoping to see that fight because if you see the recent form of the team, they have been doing well, and hopefully, they have taken a good time, resting. I think the rest period has been good, and they will be fit enough and they will be charged up enough for this series just before the World Cup.
Absolutely. Um, Prince of World, no, sorry, Sports Fan H2G. What happened in first class game versus Australia A? We lost. We lost by
Yes.
6 wickets.
Yeah, they
Um,
chased down the target. Rugby Beast scored 250s, two innings,
yeah.
two in 50s. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
We'll
my
discuss
wish
about
was,
that too tomorrow.
yeah,
Tomorrow we will
that
discuss about
we'll
that.
do tomorrow. Longish discussion on that. So come in with your questions. Prince of World, my wish came true. DY Patil will host World Cup final. Let's see if women can recreate 2011 World Cup final scenario. We don't
Okay.
recreate. We make our own
Yes.
way. Why does India always struggle with hosting an event every time tickets are not sell in time? Good question. Nevermore. Nevermore? 1996. ये कैसा नाम है? You know, one show Snehashi should be on. Why do these people have this user names?
This kind of
I
names.
don't know. Okay, sports fan H2G in men's World Cup, you can do such buffoonery taking fans for granted. But you can't do this for a women's World Cup and expect them to turn up in so less time. The next question is also related to that, so I'll take that. Sumit Sharma, do you feel the buzz and hype building for women's World Cup? Snehashish.
I think
Okay,
the
I'll answer
way.
for both of us. I think yes,
Yeah.
because I don't know about the rest of the cities. I don't know about any other offices. But at Rev Sports, every day we are planning the Women's World
Yeah.
Cup. At Rev Sports, every day 1 hour, Snehashish, me, Boria, all of us are sitting and ideating the World Cup. So for us, it is well and truly on the way. It for us, we are planning new shows, how to get more about the players to you, how to ensure that we from our end can get the most specific and most important news coverage update to you guys. So we are planning, replanning, scheduling, rescheduling, and as you can see, we are asking people if they want to give interviews. So at Rev Sports, there's not only hype, buzz, but there is real groundwork going on as far as Women's World Cup is concerned. Okay, Prince of World. Southern Braves still unbeaten. They qualified direct to the final. Last year, they won only one match. Is it good captaincy or good management or something else? Snehashish.
I think bit of both. Obviously, the captain has done well. That is why they have managed to be unbeaten. But you have to always think that their star players, performed, especially Sophie Devine. For the example, see the example of Sophie Devine. I think who would have thought that Sophie Devine will come up with that kind of fitness, will bat,
Oh,
will bowl, and match by match she will be the player of the match. I think she has done fantabulously well, and see Laura Ulbert. And I have always mentioned that I think for Southern Brave the best part is that at number three you have Laura Ulbert, at number four you have Sophie Devine. I think that's the best part of that batting lineup. You have that two best top positions while it comes to batting lineup. At number three, you have to anchor the innings and you can finish the innings also. And both the players are capable of that. When you need a sensible chase, Laura will but there. Okay, I am here. I will do that for my team. When you need quick runs, when you need quick runs to chase down a big total. Sophie Devine is there. Okay, I am here. I can smack those boundaries. So I think excellent mix up of experience and calmness. And obviously, as I mentioned, captain has done brilliantly well. So yeah, as of now, all things look good. But as Trishari mentioned, I think for London Spirit also at one stage it was looking all good until that first loss that they suffered. So I think it is good that they have been unbeaten, but you know now they will be playing directly that final. Law of
correct.
average. Don't do a India 2023, India main 2023. Please do not do that. Okay, Southern Brave. So hopefully they will avoid that law of average. They will hope that law of average comes in the next season, not this season. But as of now, they have been fantastic. They have been fantastic.
Next two questions, I'll take them together. Mohit
Yeah.
Patil. Okay, first of all, you don't need to write the same question twice or thrice. Snehashish and I are known in our office for not ending the live till we have taken all the questions. It goes to the extent that our office people are like, "Ab chhod de yaar, do question miss ho jayega, kuch nahi hoga." But we take all the questions, so we will. Don't worry. Mohit Patle, is that the pronunciation? I hope I got it right. Any update on today's practice session of the Indian women's team? Not yet, not yet, because they have just finished practicing a few hours ago. We will get the update and let you know. Prince of World is asking how many days will the Vizag camp happen. It's for I think it's from today to 31st or 30th, something
One
like that.
week, basically, 1 week.
Yeah, basically 1 week. Yes, because after that, you know, there will be they will be going to the next spot, which is
Yes.
New
New Chandigarh.
Mullanpur, no, Mullanpur,
New
basically.
Mullanpur, yes.
Yeah,
Mullanpur. Okay, okay.
close the show.
All the comments, yes. So all the comments are done and dusted. The match is still going on. Okay, okay. 52 balls, 63 runs for 2 wickets. So that is what Oval Invincibles are. So let's see how it goes. As you can see, okay, Trishadi is back, so no problem. So thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for so many comments. And obviously tomorrow we'll be back. Obviously we'll discuss about tomorrow's match in the Women's 100 tournament. But along with that, as we both mentioned, that we'll discuss in detail about the India A Women's Tour of Australia, how they played in across all the formats, the T20 series, then the ODI series that they won, and obviously the one-up test match. So please be there tomorrow. We'll discuss about that in length. But as of now, take care. Thank you, and let's meet tomorrow in the live show.
Done.